Hey guys, Mason here. It is Monday, so you know what today is. It is Motorhome Monday. Today we're going to be going around the 2021 Tiffin Allegro Open Road 32 SA. This is going to be one of the gas classes for Tiffin. One of the really cool things with this coach that they switched over to is older models used to use a Ford Triton V10 engine. Ford now has since developed a 7.3 liter V8. You're going to get the same horsepower as your V10, 340 horse, but believe it or not, because of the torque ratio, they were actually able to get you a little bit more torque. So you're going to get about 462 foot-pounds of torque in this compared to your regular V10 chassis. Not only that, you're actually going to get better gas mileage. It's much quieter in the front end, so when you're driving, you don't have to yell over top of each other to have a conversation, unless that's how you guys like to do it. But with this, you guys can have a nice, normal conversation, not have to yell. As we go around the outside of it here, you get tons of storage inside this. You're going to have your two folding chairs here for the dinette as well too. One thing that the gas units have switched over to as well is they actually use a Truma AquaGo system on these, so it's more of an on-demand hot water tank than a regular tank that's going to hold about 10 gallons of hot water. This is going to go for as long as you have propane. In the outside compartment here, it is going to be a flat screen LG TV with a soundbar as well too. Just like Tiffin's logo says, you'll be roughing it smoothly with this. You're going to have your furnace exhaust here. This is going to give you access to the back of your refrigerator in case you have to turn off the ice maker for winterizing, or you may have if you run into an issue with it, you have to turn it off. You have access to that here as well. Large storage compartment here. Up top, that blue bag is going to be your vacuum hoses. This does have a central vac system set up inside it, so that way when you go around it, it's one hose that stretches the whole length of the coach, so you don't have to bring a vacuum with you unless you want to get one of the handheld ones to really get into the cracks. You can, but this does it all for you. One really neat thing that Tiffin does is they actually give you a compartment to see how full your water tank is. And they also give you easy access to your sensors that let you know how full your tank is. So if for some reason it's reading or not, you come out and take a look at the sensors, make sure they're attached, or you can actually just see how full your tank is with your drain point right here as well. One of the other really unique things that they do is they just put a lock on your fresh water tank as well. They do that so no degenerate kids at the campground can come up and put anything in there that's not supposed to be there. They keep it nice and safe. Who knows what kids do nowadays, right? You're going to have your awning up top as well too. Awning goes about 18 to 20 feet on the side of this coach. It gives you a really, really large camping area here, whether you're having a fire, sitting out having drinks, or watching TV, watching a game. It's a great Monday for us here in Buffalo, guys, so it's a great day to be in Buffalo. This compartment is actually labeled to be propane, and we're going to have a little bit of storage across the top. One indication for you as well is your propane compartment can never lock as well. So if you're ever looking at a coach, if it's not a lockable compartment, it's usually propane. Inside this compartment here is going to be more storage. Those are going to be your house batteries on the tray as well too, with a master disconnect switch inside here. You also have a temporary one inside the door on this coach, which we'll show you when we head inside. On the back side of this coach, you are going to have your ladder to access the roof. You are going to have a hitch and a 7-way plug in case you do plan on towing anything behind you. In the molded cap on the back of this as well, they have the backup camera mounted in there as well, so it all kinds of blends in together. One of the really nice things about this coach as well too that we haven't talked about yet is actually just the paint color on it. It really stands out. It's a little bit different from other manufacturers. This nice, it's almost like a crimson red color. You're going to have grays, whites. It's a really nice, kind of flashy, but not too bright of a color. It's just really nice. On the back side of this here, you are going to have your gas fill for this unit as well too. They do that so no matter what side you pull up on the gas station, you have the ability to fill it and you don't have to back this up, turn it around. Busy intersections aren't fun trying to do a U-turn in a motorhome. In this compartment here, you are going to have, again, more storage. This is going to be where power cord stores. The black box that you guys are seeing inside there is going to be your power transfer switch and a built-in amperage surge protector. I apologize, I had a mind fart there, guys. And then you'll have storage across the top of that as well too. This is going to be a 50 amp service through Tiffin. They also do give you the dog bone or the power adapter in order to plug into a 30 amp as well too. You're going to have a 7,000 watt gas Cummins Onan generator inside this, which is more than enough to do everything in this coach for you if you plan on doing any dry camping or you need to run your ACs going down the road. I know it can get hot in Florida, Phoenix, California. If you want to make sure this coach stays nice and cool while everybody's inside it, you can kick on your generator in front of your air conditioners, and then they do give you some storage across the top on that as well too. In this compartment here, it's actually going to be what's considered a wet bay compartment. You're going to have the dumps for your sewer, your gray water tank. You have all of your water connections and your water pump. They even actually put your inline water filter out here as well too, so you have easy access to it. In this compartment here, more storage for you, goes all the way across the top to that other compartment where you saw your vacuum hoses and your collapsible chairs as well too. Again, inside this compartment, going to be more storage for you guys. They utilize a lot of space inside here, making sure that whatever you're bringing with you, if you need your kid to stay outside here, they really made you upset, they can sleep inside here, or you can put them in a tent, either one. Inside this compartment here is actually going to be access to your hydraulic fluid for this slide room here and your leveling system. They're going to be a hydraulic system with spring assist on the leveling system, and then a pure hydraulic slide room. Inside this compartment here is going to be more storage. That box that you guys are seeing inside there is going to be a lot of the chassis, fuses, and breakers. Nothing you'll really have to play with. That's more for a technician. As you come up front, you'll notice on the mirrors here, they actually have your side view cameras built in right to the mirror. So there's no adjustment that you really have to make on these. They're set up for you to go down the road. We'll jump on the inside of this now, guys. Right when you step into the coach, you are going to have some controls right on the side here. One of them is going to be your temporary battery disconnect switch. You're also going to have a panel that's going to control your lights, your awning, and some of the other features inside this, like your awning light. There's also a light master switch where you can press and it'll turn off all of your lights inside the coach for you. As we step into the coach, one of the things you'll notice is the very light interior inside here. It's definitely great for somebody that doesn't like the darker features on some coaches. The woodwork in here is really light, and your furniture is going to be a nicer light tan color. Around the front of this as well, tons of storage in this. Inside this compartment here, it's going to be your Wi-Fi Ranger. More or less what that's for is if you go to a campground where they have Wi-Fi, it'll amplify their Wi-Fi signal for you, and this will provide a Wi-Fi signal for you as well too. Big front TV in this, it's going to be again an LG TV. More storage around the front in this as well. In this compartment here, this is actually going to be control for your inverter panel. As far as this goes, this is going to how you're going to set your AGS system, your automatic generator start system. It can be set off of climates, and then you can also monitor your voltage on this coach as well too from this panel.
Hey, Mr. Price, how are you?
As you head through the living area here as well, right by the kitchen, they do a nice little pop-up power control bank here where you're going to have 2 outlets, 2 USB ports. We're going to have a double-sided stainless steel sink in this as well too. Great for washing and rinsing. If you have a child, like a baby, you can have them take a bath inside this as well too. Wash and rinse them on both sides of this. Works great. Large storage compartments inside this as well too with adjustable shelving. So if you did have something larger you wanted to put on the bottom, you could. All you have to do is take out 2 little metal clips, move them up, and you can adjust the shelf accordingly. Across on this side, tons of storage goes along the side of this as well. These are going to be deeper storage compartments. Again, tons of storage in this coach for you guys. You are going to have your table and chairs here. There's going to be 2 additional chairs that you guys saw outside. Those are going to be folding chairs. With this here, all you do is pull to extend the table. They do give you larger seats for the captain's chairs as well too that they have in these. Makes for a little bit more of a solid foundation for you. I know some of them little chairs, I'm a bigger person myself, I feel like they might break. These are a nice solid chair. Over here you are going to have a 3-burner cast iron cooktop on this as well through Furrion, so it's a nicer, higher quality instant spark cooktop on this. And you also are going to have a larger oven as well too. So you do actually have the ability to bake some stuff inside this if need be. I know some of these use these smaller little ovens, not Tiffin. They go for the more higher quality stuff for you guys. You're going to have a residential refrigerator inside this. A large residential refrigerator inside this, I should add. Larger refrigerator. You're also going to have your ice maker and the tray inside there as well too. So you'll definitely be able to fit all your treats inside there. Whether you're going camping in the summer where you got to bring ice cream with you, you're going camping in the winter where you got to stock this up with all kinds of food because you're going to be traveling to get out of this cold weather that we get here in Buffalo. Across the top here again is going to be more storage. You are going to have your couch here as well. Cool thing with the couch is it's actually an L-shaped extension on this. You can extend out your couch in order to seat more people at it as well, which is great. Right back behind you here, you're also going to have another LG TV. Again, count that. That is the 3rd TV in this coach, so no matter who wants to watch something, they have the ability to watch it. You're also going to have a fireplace down here and a built-in soundbar as well too to really capture the best viewing for anybody. Whether they need nice loud music for a movie or you're watching a concert inside here, everything's virtual now, so who knows what's going to happen for the future. You're going to buy tickets and sit in your living room and watch a concert. Inside this as well too, you are going to have a larger shower. It's going to have a seat inside it as well for a long day of camping. You need to kick back, relax, you have that ability. It's also going to have a skylight inside here as well too to accommodate the taller person or to bring in some natural lighting for you. On the back side of here is also going to be your bathroom. Your toilet's going to be inside here, a little larger counter space and some storage inside there for you as well. Back here in the bedroom, you're going to have a nice pocket door here. These are just going to have a little switch here. You're just going to push down on it. And it locks in place for you from when you go down the road. If somebody just has to come inside here, take a nap while you're driving. Always make sure you're well rested before you go on longer trips. Never want to have an accident in a motorhome. It's never fun. TV number 4 with your storage compartment back behind it. You're going to have your LG Blu-ray player here. You're also going to have your Wally satellite receiver. You'll have your swap between antenna and cable. You'll also have your satellite on-off switch inside this as well too. Tons of storage down below here as well. One cool thing Tiffin does is they throw in a little hamper cabinet here for you. So for whatever dirty clothes you have, you can toss them right inside here. Again, large storage around the top of the bed. It's very deep storage. Again, I'm 6'2". My arm does not reach the back of that, so it is very, very deep storage for you. And then you're also going to get storage underneath the bed, so you have a larger storage compartment underneath here as well. Then you're also going to have a nicer, softer, kind of upgraded mattress inside this as well too, compared to some manufacturers where they throw in a piece of cardboard with a little bit of foam on it. They call it a mattress. Not Tiffin. They give you a nice high quality mattress in this. You are going to have a giant wardrobe here as well too. Large wardrobe inside this for hanging any clothes you need. Inside here as well, they're going to give you a breakdown of the coach overall for its weight. And then on this panel here, it's going to go by appliance, brand, manufacturer, and serial number and model number as well. So any appliance you have in here, if you have an issue, you can come to this cabinet here and they'll give you the information that a dealership would need to get it fixed for you. And then on the back wall here, you got a nice little closet. It's kind of got a little bit of a coat rack in it, and you can put your shoes inside here as well too. They utilize every little bit of storage they can. If you take a look at the slide box down here as well, they actually put a little compartment in these, whether it's for books, and then you'll have USB ports on the top of it. And then we'll head back up front. I want to show you one more cool feature before you take this for a test drive. Tiffin is one of the few manufacturers that use a Spider multiplex system panel in order to control everything on this coach. So you're going to have the control for all of your lighting inside here, your temperatures, battery voltage. You'll have the ability to read all of your tanks on this as well too, and then you can actually click through the pages and adjust everything accordingly. So again, it's a very, very unique system that they use. Some manufacturers have their own version of it. Tiffin actually started it and it works very, very well for them. What we're going to do is we're going to get this closed up. I'm going to go outside, inspect it, make sure we're all good. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And then here, it's actually a very quiet start on these. The V10 engine was a little bit louder, so it's a little bit of a quieter front end on this as well. Your armrests on this are adjustable as well too. And then they'll lock in place with the switch on this. You're going to have all of your dash controls here. You're going to have your driver fan, high and low. Your solar shade, which is going to be a blackout shade for the front windshield. You'll have your night shade, which is going to be a complete blackout shade for you. So at night, if you didn't want anybody looking in, you have the ability to drop that down. You have your leveling system here as well too. And then you'll have some of your controls for your generator and auxiliary start. So in case the chassis battery ever dies, but you have power in the house, you can click this down and jump start it off of the battery. It's a really cool feature. And then you have a map light switch. Nowadays, I know who uses maps, but they put it in here just in case you still do. You'll have your windshield adjustment or your mirror adjustments here. They are heated mirrors, so if you're driving a cooler temperature, it thaws them. And then they put an electric slide window on this as well too. So it's not a manual slide anymore; it's electric. Makes for much easier, especially if you're going to tolls or what have you. So what we're going to do is we'll actually take this for a test drive now. Always make sure you disconnect the parking brake. Before we take it on a test drive, I'll let Alyssa get her seatbelt on. It became disconnected on her, so it'll just be a second here. And then we'll take it out on a ride. Alright, it looks like she has it done up, guys, so we'll take it for a ride here. But slide rooms are away. Got it in drive. And again, one of the nice things, like I said, is it's a V8 chassis, so it's a little bit more eco-friendly, I guess I would say, whereas you aren't going to go through as much gas, and it's a much quieter front end. So it looks like we have the room to go. Perfect timing. One of the things to note about the Tiffin is it's a torque-based transmission. So your RPMs are going to shoot up a little bit higher before it shifts. That is normal. When you're going up hills and going at a higher speed, you'll notice that it's going to get a little bit of a higher RPM before it shifts. That is normal. I know some people always get concerned about it. It's the way the transmission is built for the coach. But you'll notice it's a much quieter front end on this as well, where you aren't having to yell over top of the engine in order to communicate. What I'll do is turn the radio down. It was a little bit distracting for us here. Always good music going on here as well. So what I'll do is, one of the last things you always want to do before you leave, which I forgot to do, is you always want to make sure your mirrors are adjusted properly, so that way you know about proper departures and being able to switch your lanes. But you'll notice down here on the camera display is that. Alright guys, had a little bit of a technical difficulty there. For some reason it ended up disconnecting on us. But as I was saying, you get a nice clear picture on this camera here for whether you're going in reverse or you're turning left or right. When you flick the blinker on, it adjusts accordingly for you. What we're going to do is we're going to go to our typical spot. We have a nice enough Adams Fire Company here right in North Tonawanda. They allow us to use their parking lot for demonstrations. So we're going to turn in here. So now that we're turning in, this coach is going to be about 33 feet, and it feels like it's about 18 feet. There's no real struggle in driving it. It's a nice, comfortable ride. There's no, I guess it would be typical for me to say it because I'm used to driving them, but you don't have to fight it. It's a real smooth drive, and it's easy to use for the person that's scared to actually get into a motorhome and drive them. This would definitely be a nice smaller coach to get you to feel a little bit more comfortable before you actually take it out. Again guys, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. As far as this coach goes as well too, you don't have to have a special license in order to drive it. It's going to be a gas coach, and it's more relative to your weight and your length down this as well too. But it's going to be a smaller 33-foot coach, and I believe it is anything over 26,000 pounds. You do have to have a CDL for it, and I believe nothing on our lot you'll have to get a CDL for. But tons of features on the dash on this as well too. You can actually adjust the way the radio pitches so you can see it better if you have a glare on it. It looks like we're good to go. So even really getting on the gas, it's really a much quieter front end on this where you don't have to yell to have a conversation. That's one of the biggest improvements from Tiffin this year was the V8 engine in it. Again, it's a 7.3 liter V8 engine through Ford. So it's still the Ford chassis, just a more improved engine. But thanks for watching, guys. Any questions, again, leave them in the comments down below. My name's Mason. If you guys have any questions or want to set an appointment to come in and take a look at it, you can call 716-694-0188. My extension's 406. Or you can dial, I believe it's 2 or 3 for sales here. Again, this is the 2021 Tiffin Allegro 32SA. Be sure to like and share the video, guys. Get it out to everybody. Again, go Bills. It's a victory Monday. Have a nice day, guys.